Operant conditioning, which is basically how you train machines, how they figured out how to train AI, which is reinforcement training, is the exact same way you train humans.
Okay.
And so when you see yourself as the subject that is being trained, then we can make better predictions of, will people buy? Will people take this offer? Let's say I've got a grandpa and he doesn't want to take his medicine. And the medicine, the doctor said, was going to extend his life by 10 years. The nurse is at home with me and she's going to try and give grandpa the pill. And he says, it tastes like shit. I don't want to have it. He just brushes her away. She comes back, she throws her hands up and she's like, you lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink, right? The operationalist or the behaviorist would say, no, you've made many other options, the more likely option than taking the pill. And so what we need to do is make the pill the nicest and easiest option available to him. And so the first thing you would do is you'd crush the pill up. And then I would say, okay, let's put it in some lemonade. Put it in the fridge, make it ice cold. All right, I'm going to bring out some peanuts that are salty and I'm going to put it in front of the grandpa, right? And then I'm going to come out with a chessboard or a backgammon board and I'm going to sit in front of him and set it all up and say, hey, I know you said you wanted to play backgammon. Here's the lemonade. Do you want to play? If you finish the lemonade, we can play. How likely is it that grandpa now drinks the lemonade? You arrange the conditions to maximize the likelihood of the outcome that we wanted. What people miss is that the amount of attack vectors that people who succeed approach a problem with is orders of magnitude greater than someone who is starting out. Is they're like, I talked to 3 people and that was it. And they said they didn't want it. And I tell this story because it was one of those big moments for me, which is I had a mentor, he had a big chain of 22 locations. And I was like, all right, I'll put some flyers out. I put 300 out. And then nothing happened. Nothing happened, man. And he didn't even, I was waiting for him to try and fight me. And he was like, well, what was your test size? I was like, I was like, I put out 300 flyers. And he was like, yeah, it's tough to know if anything works at 300. He's like, we usually put out 5,000 per test batch until we know it works. He said, then we do 3,000.